What is up, you guys, and welcome to day 12 of the NCAA Imperialism Challenge, which means there is only 2 episodes including today. So this map is going to fill up really big today. As you can see, it already is, as Virginia Tech has taken over all of that territory, which, happy for me. But before we get into it, let's remember who was eliminated in day 11. The Akron Zips, the Alabama Crimson Tide, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors, the Mississippi State Bulldogs, Rutgers Scarlet Knights, the Syracuse Orange, the University of Houston Cougars, University of Texas Longhorns, the Utah Utes, and the Virginia Cavaliers. And now let's see who's at the top of the leaderboard after a lot of territory had been exchanged in the last episode. Virginia Tech is at the top with 46. USC has the next most, which is only 11, and Wake Forest at 9. And now that we know the last teams to be eliminated and that the top of the leaderboard, let's get into day 12 and see who is going to have the most territory at the end of today. And the first team in day 12 is going to be the Florida Gators. And where will the Florida Gators be heading? They will be heading north. And north for the Florida Gators is going to be Wake Forest. That's going to be a fun game. Alright, in our first game today, let's see if the Florida Gators can come into Wake Forest and take all their territory, or is Wake Forest going to expand down south? And at halftime, it is a pretty close game as Wake Forest has a 7-3 lead. And at the end of the game, Wake Forest is going to take Florida's territory as they win 24-10. And with that, Wake Forest has taken over some more territory as they are going to beat the Florida Gators. This is going to take a while because I need to adjust the brush size, but as I wait here, let's talk about this entire section that is surrounding Duke. Duke is all by itself. No matter where they go, they have to face whoever is owning this territory. But for right now, Wake Forest has picked up more territory and the Florida Gators have been eliminated. And the next team to try to take some territory will be the Wyoming Cowboys. And where will the Wyoming Cowboys go for their first game? They're going to go southwest. And in another game on the blue field, the Wyoming Cowboys are going to try to come in and take on the Boise State Broncos, who have territory and Wyoming doesn't. So let's see who's going to get the first territory. And at halftime, Boise State is up 24-7. Then Boise State's got this one in hand. And at the end of the game, Boise State's going to blow them away 38-7. And with that, Boise State has taken some more territory as they are going to defeat the Wyoming Cowboys. And Boise State adds a couple more territories. And there we go. Perfect. And now Wyoming has been eliminated. And who's going to be the next team to try to take some territory? It is going to be the Michigan State Spartans. And where will Michigan State be heading? Northwest. And northwest for Michigan State is going to be the rivalry game between Michigan State and Michigan. And here we are in the biggest rivalry that we've had so far in this game, Michigan State versus Michigan. Who's going to take it all? And after halftime, a big rivalry game is 10-10. Let's see how it's going to happen. And the end of the rivalry game, Michigan State scored 10 in the fourth quarter to take a 20-13 W. And the last team in Michigan standing is going to be Michigan State, as all that green has filled. The blue is gone. The blue is gone, and Michigan has been eliminated. And who's going to be the next team to try to take some territory? The Wake Forest Demon Deacons once again. And where are the Demon Deacons going to be heading? North. And here we go. Wake Forest versus Virginia Tech. Alright, here we go. Tapping that Hokie stone. Here comes the Virginia Tech Hokies to try to keep their territory and beat the Wake Forest Demon Deacons in an ACC matchup. But is Wake Forest going to take over all that territory, or is Virginia Tech going to keep adding? And at halftime, Wake Forest is up 17-10. Under 2 minutes left. Virginia Tech is down 7. They are driving. Let's see if they can tie this game up. We're gonna hand it to the fullback. Is that Holyfield? He's not a fullback. It's Blumrick. And he's going to get sacked. It's going to be 4th and 4. This is for the game. Drops back to pass. It's a screen that's not going to get anywhere. So it looks like that's going to be it for the Virginia Tech Hokies. And Virginia Tech couldn't overcome the ranked Wake Forest Demon Deacons as they lose 31-24. And unfortunately for Virginia Tech, Wake Forest has taken all of the territory that Virginia Tech has earned, which, as y'all already know, is the most territory so far in this challenge. As we also have to give them this. This is going to be a little bit. I think that's it. Yep, that's it. But let's zoom out and see what Wake Forest has. Oh, well, gotta get them the little island for New York, as Virginia Tech has been eliminated. And the next team to try to take some territory for today is going to be a team that we haven't seen yet, or haven't seen for the first episode, Oregon State. And where will Oregon State be heading? Northeast. And northeast for Oregon State is going to be a team that has not played yet, in Washington State. And at halftime, Washington State has a 13-7 lead. And Oregon State scored a last-second touchdown, but they still fall 27-21. And with that, Oregon State has been defeated as Washington State picks up just a little chunk of the Northwest. So Oregon State has been eliminated. And who is the next team to try to take some territory? It will be the Arizona Wildcats. And where's Arizona going to be taking on? Northwest. And Northwest for Arizona is going to be the USC Trojans. And here come the Trojans. Let's see if they can take some more territory, because this is the only team I have left. So let's see if my team can make it even more. And at half, it is a pretty close game as USC is up 21-17. And USC is going to pick up the hard-fought victory 49-30. And with that, USC expands their territory as they have defeated Arizona. And who's the next team to try to take some territory in day 12? It will be Washington State, the first time that they've been picked, but their second time trying to take some territory. And where's Washington State going to be heading? They will be heading southeast. The southeast for Washington State is going to be Boise State. And here we go. Boise State is going to be playing another game today, as is Washington State. So let's see who's going to get this win. And at halftime, Boise State is up 17-10. 3rd and 5 with 20 seconds left. Chucks it deep, and it is incomplete. It's 4th and 5. Just back to pass, and nowhere close, and Boise State's going to get the win. And at the end of the game, Washington State could not come and get the win, as it was 23-17. And with that, Washington State has been defeated, and Boise State picks up that one little chunk in the Northwest, as Washington State has been eliminated. Alright, who's going to be next? It is going to be the Duke Blue Devils. We don't even have to spin the arrow because we know who they're going to have to play. But they're just going to go Northwest anyway. And Duke is going to have to play Wake Forest, as we all know. Let's see if Wake Forest can pick up one more territory, or is Duke going to take over everything? And at halftime, Wake Forest is up 28-17. And with that, Wake Forest is going to pick up one more territory as they win 48-17. And with that, this one little territory and in North Carolina is now going to be just, there it is. For Duke, they stood no chance, and the Duke Blue Devils have been eliminated. And with only 2 teams left for this episode, who's it going to be? It's got to be somebody that we have. It's going to be somebody that we haven't seen yet. It's the Miami, Ohio Owls, I think. I don't really know. But they're going to play first. And where will Miami, Ohio try to take some territory? Southeast. And southeast for Miami, Ohio is going to be Ohio State. And here we go. Let's see if Miami, Ohio can upset Ohio State. I doubt it, but hey, you never know. And at halftime, Ohio State is up 17-0. And yeah, Miami, Ohio did not stand a chance as they get beat 37-0. And with that, Miami, Ohio's first game is going to be their last, as Ohio State has beaten them and Miami, Ohio has been eliminated. There are only 11 teams left and only 1 left for this episode. So, what's going to change with this one team? Let's see who it is. And the last team for today is going to be Michigan State Spartans. And where are the Michigan State Spartans going to be heading? North. And Michigan State, and north from Michigan State is going to be Minnesota. Alright, last game for this episode. Who's going to pick up territory? And at the end of half, it is 14-14. It's a pretty good game. And with under 2 minutes, Michigan State is down 28-21. Let's see if they can go down and tie this game up. Drop backs to pass, and he completes it for 2nd and 4. Throws it to the flat. He is wide open. They're going to tackle him. It's going to be 1st and goal. And on 1st and goal, are they going to be able to score? And they do. They're going to try to tie this game up with an extra point. And it's a handoff that takes them into the end zone. So now Minnesota has to score a touchdown to get even close to winning this game. On 3rd and 2, he's going to drop back to pass and get sacked. So it's 4th and 10. They have to get a 1st down or into the end zone. And they're going to try to throw a screen pass, and he is going to get sacked. Game over. Michigan State wins. After an overtime thriller, Michigan State gets the win 38-31. Michigan State takes over an entire state of Minnesota, as we got to take away all these borders right here. As they have like 3 states, I think, 4 states maybe, I don't know, but Minnesota has been eliminated. And with that, there are only 10 teams left, and only 2 teams, and there's still 2 teams that have not even played yet. Louisiana Monroe and Kent State. Wouldn't that be crazy if they were the last 2 teams? But look at this, look at the territory Wake Forest has. That is crazy. But that's going to do it for this episode. The next episode is the last, so it's crazy. We're almost done, you guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, please leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you have not. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.